Welcome back, drum fam. Have you ever struggled with tuning your drum set? Have you tuned your drum set and then it's just not quite there? You know what I'm saying? Like you spend hours and hours tuning your drum kit and then somehow it just doesn't sound the way that you want it to. And you've tried everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. You've tried the towels, you've tried the duct tape, you've tried the dampers, you tried the moon gels, you've tried the snare weights, and then you're just like, oh my God, it just doesn't work. Drum tuning in itself is an art. So me being a drummer, always trying to find a way to improve my tuning on my drum set. I mean, there's nothing that bothers me more than a drum set that doesn't sound good. I mean, a snare that doesn't pop or toms that don't produce tone, which a lot of people have been into that dead tone sound now, just drives me nuts. So my lovely friends at Tone Wing sent me a care package. They sent me their whole set. And today we're just gonna try them out. Tone Waves is the new and very innovative way to control overtones within your drums. You just install them on the inside and the overtone is gone. And you will get a warm, crispy, beautiful sound out of your drums every time. So for you to tune a drum set, you're gonna need a couple things. Obviously, a drum key. That's like the most obvious thing that you're gonna need. And then I always recommend getting like this little speed key tuner, which is basically made by Evans, where you just take this and you put it inside of a drill and you're good to go. So today we're gonna tune my 13-inch Orange County snare drum. Now this baby's been with me for a couple years and it's in need of a tune-up. So now what this thing is designed to do is to kill any little overtone that you may have on the snare or on your toms or on your floor toms. So this is a very helpful tool. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take off the moon gels. We don't need the moon gels anymore. So after you take away the moon gels, it's time to detune. Now it doesn't really matter how you detune. What's important is to kind of keep it consistent. Don't detune one lug and then leave the other one lug untuned because it can warp the head. So once you get everything on tune, it's time to take away the head. So the other thing about this is that you gotta unhook the lugs on the side of the drum. So we're just gonna pick the closest one and that's the one that I'm just gonna take out and install this. So you gotta be very careful when doing this because you do not wanna scrape the wood or break the wood or just tighten it too much where it's gonna break the wood. Not that this is designed to do that, but sometimes we just tighten them way too tight. So just be very careful when installing these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the other one on the other side, just right across from it. And that is it. That is how it looks like on the inside. I really like how clean it looks. So tuning drums is really an art and there's so many ways to do it. So I'm just gonna give you some of my tips on how I do it and how I manage to get the sound that I want every single time. One of my first tips that I'm gonna talk about is after you detune everything, right? The lugs are loose and everything. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna tighten them with your fingers, right? And you wanna make sure that they're not loose or anything. You tighten them up as much as you can and make sure that none of them are moving or rattling because then that ensures that the head is set in place and nothing will move. Then after that, you're gonna start taking your drum key, right? Whichever drum key you have, and you're gonna pick the closest lug to you. In this case, it's this one. And you're gonna go here and then you're gonna do a half turn. It's right here, half turn. And then you're gonna go across and do the exact same thing. And you're just gonna make sure that it's like across. It doesn't matter where you start as long as it goes across. That's the most important part. You gotta go across. And a lot of people, when they put the drum head at first, they put pressure down on it so that way it cracks and it stretches a little bit more. You can do that. I've already done this with this head, so I didn't need to do it. But then the last thing that I do is after I find the tone right, after I find the tone and I make sure that all the lugs are tuned to the same note, what I do is I go in a circle and I do baby turns. And then obviously I pull up the snare wire and I make sure that everything is good. Obviously you can adjust the snare wire wherever you want, and I do the exact same thing with the bottom head. And after that, it's just a matter of whether you want it tighter or not tighter, or you want the highest pitch or not. Now that I picked the note that I want and I tune my snare drum to the way that I want it to, it's just now time to check what the whole total sound is. Bruh, that is crispy. Shout out to the family at Tone Wings. Thank you so much for endorsing me. I'm very proud to be an endorser of Tone Wings. I'm gonna be installing all of these babies on my drum set here soon. So I may do like a time lapse for you guys on that. All right guys, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Just let me know what you think. Do you think they work? Can you tell the difference? I could tell the difference, but can you tell the difference? I mean, for real, can you tell the difference? None of it has been EQ'd. This is just raw, just straight to the microphone. So let me know if you can hear the difference. And if you're interested in Tone Wings, just let me know. I can give you more information on it. All right guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.